the giant battle over health care. The president putting pressure on his own party. This as a growing number of Republican senators say they have strong reservations. Is the bill now on life support? And President Trump appears to have changed course on the issue of Russian meddling in the November election, saying now, why didn't President Obama do more to stop it? ABC's David Wright starts us off from the White House.
Tonight, the White House is gearing up for another round in the fight to repeal Obamacare. A pro-Trump PAC threatening $1 million ad buy against a moderate Republican senator who dared to announce overnight he won't back the bill as it stands. Nevada's Dean Heller says he's concerned about the impact the bill would have on low-income residents of his state.
It's going to be very difficult to get me to a yes.
The Republicans need almost every single vote they have to pass the bill. But 5 Republicans have said no, and 4 others have expressed concerns. After golfing today, Trump tweeted, "I cannot imagine that these very fine Republican senators would allow the American people to suffer a broken Obamacare any longer."
I want to see a bill with heart. Healthcare is a very complicated subject from the standpoint that you move it this way and this group doesn't like it.
Healthcare is a human right. We will not give up this fight.
The healthcare fight comes just as the president appears to be changing his stance on Russian meddling in the election. Trump finally appears ready to admit that it did happen. But Trump blames Obama, not Putin.
Well, I just heard today for the first time that Obama knew about Russia a long time before the election, and he did nothing about it. But nobody wants to talk about that.
Until now, Trump hasn't wanted to talk much about Russia.
I think we ought to get on with our lives.
To the extent that he's acknowledged Russian hacking at all, he's tended to dismiss the story as sour grapes from the Democrats.
You can talk all you want about Russia, which was all a, fake news fabricated deal to try and make up for the loss of the Democrats.
Another example of the so-called rigged system he railed against during the campaign.
Remember, folks, it's a rigged system.
This whole election is being rigged.
The system is rigged.
Now that the Washington Post has published a much more detailed account of Russian meddling and of Obama's secret struggle to stop the Russians, Trump seems to be changing his tune. Today, Trump tweeted, "Since the Obama administration was told way before the 2016 election that the Russians were meddling, why no action? Focus on them, not T."
The question is, if he had the information, why didn't he do something about it? He should have done something about it. But you don't read that. It's quite sad.
So President Trump now pointing the finger at President Obama. David Wright joins us live from the White House. President Trump may soon have his first meeting with Vladimir Putin, right, David?
That's right. They'll be in the same room, coming face-to-face at the G20 summit. That takes place in Hamburg, Germany, in about 2 weeks' time. And no one-on-one meeting scheduled as of yet, but it'll be interesting to watch. Remember, it was at the G20 just last year that President Obama says he confronted Putin about the hacking and told him to cut it out. Tom?
That famous photo and that exchange. All right, David, thanks so much. And much more on all of this tomorrow on This Week when George goes one-on-one with Counselor to the President Kellyanne Conway.